Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a really good time at Interactions. This afternoon session is going to be focused on some quality hot topics. Barb, what does quality data or data quality and data integration mean to you? It's kind of confusing for a lot of folks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I would kind of say it's like making a comparison between reading and writing, right? Because if you're reading a book, you have to be able to write and read. So data quality and data integration are like the same. You need to understand what data is, and that means you need to understand what goes into that data and where the numbers come from and what makes up those numbers. So it goes into the big fundamental picture of understanding, do you know where the numbers come from? Do you know what makes up those numbers? Are you comfortable in understanding that the numbers that you're reading are right? And then how that integrates into the information that you're going to use those numbers for, and then how you're going to use that number to integrate into the decisions you're going to make, the information you're going to share, and integrate that data into the decisions you're going to make in your businesses. How you're going to use that to make business decisions, your strategic decision making, your strategic goals, how you're going to move forward in your organizational goals, decision makings, future product lines, all those other future decisions. But they all fundamentally begin with those data points and where that data comes from in those numbers. So data quality is fundamentally important in understanding how you're going to integrate that into your data integrity decisions to your future goals in your business. So those are fundamental in how those work together. That's how that kind of works together, Leanne.
That's a good point, Barb. I think a lot of what you're saying too is around what's the point of it? Don't just have numbers just to have the numbers if you're not going to have some kind of fundamental reason on using it and who's going to use it. Would you say that's about right?
I would say that's really right, but more to add to that is make sure that everybody understands the point of those numbers. Because one good point is that what you might say that number means, someone else might interpret that number someplace a different way. So make sure that when you're providing numbers, everybody understands what the point of those numbers are, and that everybody understands the same originating point and intent of those numbers. Because otherwise, what happens if you provide a number and you each interpret that number a different way? Because now you're going on two potential different paths and making two different decisions based on the same number. And that's not going to get you to the same path at all. And that'll cause you other problems.
Good point, Barb.
That's
a lot more to deal with than you want to. Hey, Claudine, what are your thoughts about data quality and data integration?
Well, really great points, both of you. I mean, for me, data quality is about making sure, like Barb said also, is that your data is coming from a source that you can trust. You understand what that data is. You know exactly what it's measuring. Very important parts, right? For you to be comfortable that that data is accurate, you need to know where it's coming from, what is exactly it's measuring. And then for the integration part, I mean, from a quality perspective, it's critical to take your different data points and integrate them to tell a story. It may be around performance management, but you don't want to tell a story just about one data point. You want to tell a story about several data points that can really complete that story. For leaders to know exactly how the organization's doing, you need multiple data points. And so that's where the integration is critical. But of course, without the quality piece and making sure that the data is correct and coming from a reliable source, data integration will not happen effectively.
Really good points. Thank you for that, Claudine. Matt, you're a huge numbers guy, if I remember right. So I'm really interested to hear what you think about this question.
Yeah, thanks. So I can't agree more with everything that's already been said. The one thing that I would add is that there's just so much data out there that's available, particularly in a call center. We can measure everything, right? And just so choosing what to measure and knowing that it's really telling a story, right? You're illustrating a larger picture, and also that you're really using your knowledge of whatever business you're in to inform how to interpret those numbers as well. Great points, Barb and Claudine.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Hey, friends, I really, really am sad we couldn't get together face-to-face in Vegas, but I will say this. I really, really want to thank you for your time this afternoon.